Canada's mental health crisis is leading to more rail suicides. Operation Lifesaver Canada has a new campaign urging people in crisis to reach out. Isaiah Neal, rail safety ambassador and mental health advocate, is here with more about the initiative. Good morning, Isaiah. Thanks for joining us.
Of course. Good morning.
So why is this particular campaign so important right now?
So I think a lot of people are unaware of the deaths by suicide that are related to railroads. And a lot of times we assume it's as simple as just going to a railroad track and attempting. But it's also the unhoused population that congregates around railroads. That's also a really dangerous situation for them, as well as stunting, whether it's intentional or unintentional. Deaths by suicide happen all the time.
So what are the factors behind the increase in this rate?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people know that Canada is in a mental health crisis and suicide rates are going up, but specifically more so around railroads. I think that it is a high fatality completion rate in terms of suicides, and the higher the fatality risk is, the more likely that those attempts are actually going to actually come about. So I think that's really important.
Now, how has your mental health journey evolved?
Yeah, so I, like many people, have a mental health story, and I struggled a lot with anxiety, depression, and had my own endeavors of a suicide attempt. And it was through speaking out and asking for help that really made a really big difference, and is the reason why I speak out all the time now as a speaker for Jack.org, today for Operation Lifesaver, but also for Blue Shoes.
Yeah, tell me about the blue shoes, because I noticed that it's like a stunning color on you with the all black here, but this pop of blue.
Yeah.
There is a story behind this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there was a coach that gave me a pair of these blue shoes at a time that I was really struggling with my mental health, and he probably didn't understand everything that I was going through, but it goes to show that all it takes is a moment to support someone struggling with their mental health, which I think is so relevant for today, because it's Bell, Let's Talk, and the theme is let's take a moment for mental health.
Of course, of course. And you mentioned, Coach, you played for the Golden Bears for some time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so how has that been, playing in sports and playing football for a time, and then becoming the person you are now, and how has that shaped you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, being an athlete has a lot of pressures, and that was kind of the root of my anxiety, that performance pressure and that high performance demand. But now I think I've learned how to utilize those skills of how to work in high pressure situations, and now be an entrepreneur and build the brand that I'm building today.
A lot of people suffer in silence. They may not want to reach out, but how can they if they decide to?
Anyone can reach out to either 988, that is Canada's suicide crisis line. They can call, they can text. We also have Kids Help Phone, and Kids Help Phone is not just for kids, it's also for adults. They have a text line and a call line as well, but they also have some great resources on various topics on mental health.
Right on. Lots of resources. Isaiah, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate your time. For more information about Operation Lifesaver Canada, you can visit operationlifesaver.ca.